Follow justice and justice alone, so that you may live and possess the land the Lord your God is giving you. Deuteronomy 16:20.
Palawan, a Philippine province known for its stunning natural beauty, has recently become the center of a social media storm. This island paradise, often celebrated for its pristine beaches and crystal-clear waters, is now at the heart of a heated online debate. Social media platforms have been flooded with posts and discussions, bringing Palawan into the global spotlight for reasons beyond its natural allure. Chinese social media platforms are abuzz with claims that Palawan historically belonged to China. These assertions, often accompanied by purported historical evidence, have gone viral, sparking widespread debate and controversy. These claims, often presented as historical facts, have sparked outrage and concern in the Philippines and beyond. Filipinos have taken to the streets in protest, waving their national flag and demanding respect for their sovereignty. This essay will delve into the historical context of these claims, examining ancient maps and documents to uncover the truth. Historians are meticulously analyzing these sources to provide clarity on the matter. We will also examine the legal basis of the Philippines' sovereignty over Palawan, looking at international treaties and legal documents that affirm its territorial rights. Furthermore, we will analyze the implications of these social media narratives on the ongoing maritime disputes in the South China Sea. The region, already a hotspot for geopolitical tension, faces new challenges as these claims gain traction online. The recent surge in social media activity highlights the power of online platforms in shaping public opinion and influencing geopolitical narratives. The speed and reach of these platforms can turn local issues into global discussions almost instantaneously. While the Chinese government has not officially endorsed these claims, the widespread dissemination of such narratives on Chinese social media raises questions about China's intentions in the region. The silence from official channels leaves room for speculation and concern. The rapid spread of these narratives on Chinese social media platforms has led to increased scrutiny and suspicion. Observers are keenly watching to see if this is part of a larger strategy or merely the result of individual actions. The Philippines, for its part, has vehemently rejected these claims, asserting its sovereignty over Palawan and calling for respect for international law. Government officials have held press conferences to address the issue and reassure the public. As the debate continues to unfold, the importance of adhering to international law and diplomatic dialogue becomes ever more crucial. The world watches closely, hoping for a peaceful resolution to this contentious issue. To understand the historical context of these claims, one must look back to the early 20th century. The map of national shame, created by the nationalist government of the Republic of China around 1930, played a significant role in shaping Chinese perceptions of their country's territorial boundaries. This map, used in educational materials, depicted territories perceived as lost to foreign powers, including Palawan. The map of national shame served as a potent symbol of China's humiliation at the hands of foreign powers during a turbulent period in its history. It instilled a sense of national unity and fueled a desire to reclaim lost territories. The map's legacy continues to resonate in contemporary China, influencing public opinion and shaping foreign policy narratives. Proponents of China's historical claims often cite Chao Ju-kua's Records of Foreign Peoples, a 13th-century text, as evidence of China's early presence in the region. The text mentions Palau, believed to be Palawan, as a trading post visited by Chinese merchants during the Song dynasty. While it provides valuable insights into early trade networks in Southeast Asia, it does not support the claim that Palawan was under Chinese sovereignty. The text merely indicates trade relations, not political control. Furthermore, historical records show that pre-colonial Philippine polities, while engaged in tributary relations with China, maintained their independence. The legal basis of the Philippines' sovereignty over Palawan is firmly established under international law. In 2016, an international tribunal constituted under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, delivered a landmark ruling that invalidated China's expansive claims in the South China Sea. The tribunal ruled that China's 9-line claim, which encompasses a vast swath of the South China Sea, including areas within the Philippines' Exclusive Economic Zone, EEZ, has no legal basis. The ruling affirmed the Philippines' sovereign rights over its EEZ, including the waters surrounding Palawan. China, however, has rejected the tribunal's ruling, maintaining its historical claims. Section 5. Social media narratives amplifying historical revisionism. The recent surge in social media activity claiming Palawan as part of China is part of a broader trend of historical revisionism employed to bolster China's claims in the South China Sea. Chinese social media platforms are rife with videos, posts, and comments asserting China's historical rights over Palawan and other disputed territories. These social media narratives often employ emotionally charged language, historical inaccuracies, and distorted maps to sway public opinion. They tap into nationalist sentiments and portray China as a victim of historical injustices, seeking to reclaim what is rightfully theirs. The use of social media allows these narratives to spread rapidly and widely, reaching a vast audience within China and beyond. Section 6. Filipino voices refuting the claims and defending sovereignty. The Philippine government, historians, and the public have vehemently refuted China's historical claims over Palawan. Filipino officials have condemned the social media campaign as a blatant attempt to undermine the Philippines' sovereignty. They have called on China to respect international law and cease its provocative actions in the South China Sea. Filipino historians have debunked the historical inaccuracies propagated on Chinese social media platforms. They have presented evidence from archaeological findings, pre-colonial records, and colonial archives to demonstrate the Philippines' long and continuous history as an independent nation. The Philippine public has also taken to social media to express their outrage and defend their country's sovereignty. Section 7. Maritime tensions, China's actions and the Philippines' response. The social media campaign claiming Palawan as part of China comes amidst heightened maritime tensions in the South China Sea. This campaign has sparked outrage among Filipinos and has been widely condemned by the international community. The strategic importance of Palawan, with its proximity to key shipping lanes and rich marine resources, makes it a focal point in the broader geopolitical struggle. China has stepped up its military presence in the region, deploying Coast Guard vessels, fishing fleets, and maritime militia to assert its claims. These actions are part of a broader strategy to establish control over the South China Sea, which is believed to be rich in oil and natural gas reserves. These actions have raised concerns about China's intentions and its willingness to use force to achieve its goals. Diplomatic efforts to resolve the disputes have so far yielded limited results, with tensions continuing to simmer. The Philippines, while seeking to avoid direct confrontation, has taken steps to protect its sovereign rights. The government has been vocal in its opposition to China's actions, calling for adherence to international law and respect for the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS. The Philippine Coast Guard has increased its patrols in the waters surrounding Palawan, ensuring a constant presence to deter any potential incursions. And the Philippine government has filed diplomatic protests against China's actions. These protests are part of a broader strategy to rally international support and pressure China to adhere to international norms. The Philippines has also strengthened its military capabilities, investing in new equipment and conducting regular training exercises to ensure readiness, and deepened its security partnerships with countries like the United States and Australia. These alliances are crucial for maintaining a balance of power in the region and ensuring that the Philippines can effectively defend its interests. Section 8. The official stance, declarations, and international agreements. Despite the social media narratives and China's actions in the South China Sea, the official stance of the Chinese government remains ambiguous. China has not formally declared Palawan as part of its territory, and it continues to engage in diplomatic efforts to resolve the disputes peacefully. However, China's actions on the ground often contradict its diplomatic pronouncements. China maintains that it respects the sovereignty of other countries in the region, but it also insists on its historical rights in the South China Sea. China's interpretation of history, however, is not supported by international law or historical evidence. The 2016 tribunal ruling clearly stated that China's historical claims have no legal basis. Section 9. Conclusion: Navigating History and Sovereignty in the Digital Age. The social media campaign claiming Palawan as part of China highlights the challenges of navigating history and sovereignty in the digital age. This incident is a stark reminder of how digital platforms can be manipulated to serve nationalistic agendas and alter public perception. Social media platforms can be powerful tools for spreading information and shaping public opinion, reaching millions in an instant. They have the potential to educate and inform, but also to mislead and deceive. But they can also be used to disseminate propaganda and historical revisionism. The spread of misinformation can have real-world consequences influencing political decisions and international relations. In the case of the South China Sea, social media has become a battleground for competing narratives. Each post, tweet, and video can sway public opinion and impact diplomatic stances, and a tool for geopolitical maneuvering. Nations use these platforms to project power, influence allies, and undermine adversaries. The Philippines faces the daunting task of countering these narratives. It must navigate a complex digital landscape where information warfare is a daily reality, and defending its sovereignty in the face of China's assertive actions. The nation's military and diplomatic efforts are crucial in maintaining its territorial integrity. The Philippines must continue to assert its rights under international law, strengthen its military capabilities, and ensure its voice is heard on the global stage, and deepen its diplomatic engagement with regional and global partners. Building alliances and fostering cooperation are key to a stable and secure region. The international community also has a role to play in upholding the rules-based order. Collective action is necessary to address the complexities of the South China Sea disputes, and ensuring that disputes in the South China Sea are resolved peacefully and in accordance with international law. Diplomatic channels and legal frameworks must be utilized to prevent escalation. The stakes are high, not just for the Philippines and China, but for the entire region. The stability and prosperity of Southeast Asia depend on a peaceful resolution, but for the entire region, the future of the South China Sea will shape the geopolitical landscape of Asia for generations to come.
I can do all things through Christ which strengthened me. Philippians 4:13. This verse emphasizes faith, perseverance, and reliance on God's strength in all aspects of life, including challenges in law, justice, and moral decision-making. It serves as a reminder that with Christ's guidance, we can overcome obstacles, pursue righteousness, and uphold justice with integrity.